Peace and love, family. Welcome to another Cheloni style production. You are now tuned in to Cheloni TV.
Man, man, it's a large scale of information we giving these people, brother. And a lot of people back in the days, they used to have this saying, you are what you eat. But, people took it as a joke. You are what you eat. So, but as I got older, I used to see how certain intake of food transform the physical body, and the mentally. Like, you can get a meat eater, he eat nothing but meat, he eats nothing but meat, he eats nothing but meat, he's meat. It changes his body, his material, his matter, it changes. It makes him fat, sloppy. And on top of that, not just his body, it destroys his mental. He's ravenous, he's angry, he's fighting. He can't receive information. And the worst part, and he can't give information. Because mentally, he's a caveman now. This is what cave people do. They go out, hunt, eat meat, eat bloody meat, you know what I'm saying? And it destroys their mental. Now, on the other hand, I used to look at a vegetarian. He's humble. He's kind. He receives information. He gives information. His body type is slender. His body type is godlike. You feel me? And overall, he's a better person. So I must say that information comes from what you eat. It's just like back in the BC time, before Christ, before all this. When you had animals, you had a certain group of animals, they can walk in a unison, even though they was different. You had big plant eaters, you had small plant eaters, but they all ate together. You see what I'm saying? They all ate together. But then on the other hand, you can have all meat eaters. Instead of eating the meat together, they eat each other. You feel what I'm saying? They mental, their morale was better. They was bruised by the wrong eating habits. The wrong eating habits controls your mental thought process. Anybody can be a good person. I feel that with the right diet, anybody can receive this information. Electric food. Your brain is electric. If you eat electric food, your brain will open. Your pineal gland will grow. You will receive information. Don't nobody have to give you this information. This information don't have to come from something that King James wrote. This information don't have to come from something that a man put in a book. The right eating habits will tap into this information for you. When I came into this information, and I'm not ashamed to say this, I was locked up in prison, and the main food you eat in prison, you're not going to have pork. You're not going to have beef and things like that. You might have soybean, but, you choose to eat what you eat. So I'm in the hole, and I'm looking through the Bible. You feel me? Yeah, I used to read the Bible, and I'm looking through the Bible, and I see this, if you're looking for another God, I know not any. I swear by myself, and I'm studying like, what is this? I'm like, why is my eyes open to this now? And I used to read it before, and it wasn't open then. And I said, what changed in me? What do I do different for me to read this in a different way? First, I thought about, is it because it's peace and quiet? I said, yeah, that can be it. Then I thought about my eating habits. You feel what I'm saying? Your eating habits determine who you are. I got friends to tell you, before I became into this new eating habit, like in 2001, back in 99 and 98, before I became into this eating habit of electric food, and no sugars, no starch, and no meats, before I came into this habit, I was an evil person. I wasn't fun to be around. I was kind of fun to be around, but, I was all violence. If it wasn't violence that day, I wasn't doing that day. I was no good that day. So I had to have violence. Violence was a main role in my life. And it wasn't me. It was because of my eating habits. See, your eating habits, your food habits determine who you are. See, now I'm mostly vegetarian. I eat, spinach, broccoli, green beans. I eat poultry. You know what I'm saying? And this let me be able to receive the information that I know now. With bad eating habits become hard-headedness. You block out everything. Christianity, they say just because you pray over a pig, it still won't give you high blood pressure, which is a lie. You've been lied to. You've been tricked. You've been tricked out of who you are. We're black people. We never ate these things. When they brought us over here on this boat, did they bring our food with us? No. Did they bring your religion with you? No. Because they wanted to strip you out of everything you was. You feel what I'm saying? They wanted to strip you out of everything you was. So why would they tell you that you didn't eat the pork? You was a plant eater. Why would they tell you that if they want to destroy you? Now look at you. You eating pork, you eating beef, you got the gout, you got inflammation on your bones, you got arthritis, you got high blood pressure, you're still praying over it in Jesus' name, but as soon as you eat it, you in the hospital. You feel what I'm saying? But this meat, this pork, this beef got you so discombobulated, you still think you pray over it, you gonna get better. Ain't nothing better coming from you. Guess what? In your own Bible, guess what it say? God blesses a child that hold his own. Holding your own means if you know this pork gonna kill you, stop eating it. Holding your own means if you know this starchy food and this sugary candy and these cakes gonna give you diabetes, stop eating it. That's what holding your own mean. And for another word, God bless the child to hold his own. But what about the one that can't? Is it an excuse for him? You use your God for an excuse for that. So, but back to stick to the topic, I say, first, you want to receive the proper information? Do the proper things, take the proper steps in life to receive the proper information. One, you have to change your diet. It might sound crazy to Christians, but you have to change your diet.